Previously on Duel.
You don't know. You're the one that lives in this country.
I don't know about the yes.
Don't worry, I said festival. I said Edinburgh Festival, apparently.
At least know on which side of the equator Edinburgh is, so you already have one up on me.
So, I can reveal that.
Oh no.
Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you can all hear me. It's just been a right chaos going on here at Quiz Night HQ. So, just to break it down, 10 minutes before the stream, thank you for the host there tips. So 10 minutes before the stream, webcam died. 7 minutes before the stream, microphone died. 4 minutes before the stream, all of the audio capture stuff just died. I couldn't hear anything from Discord, and they couldn't hear anything. Or they could, they just heard everything in double. Got all that fixed. Then I went live, and as I was going live, Whiskers got on the table, got in the way. I knocked my glass over. Water everywhere. Water managed to get into the keyboard. Keyboard now continuously presses the delete key. I hastily just turned the PC off because that is a very dangerous situation to be in when things are just deleting themselves. Of course, the delete key is the key that you use to open up the boot menu as well. So I got stuck there for a bit until I got a replacement keyboard out. So I got the replacement keyboard out. That seems to be okay. Got everything set up again. Did all that. And here we are. So I was a bit angry, as Matt and Scorecount could probably vouch for. Something you don't normally see much of on stream, thankfully, but everything appears to be okay. Oh, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. There's one thing I have forgotten. There is one thing I did forget, and is kind of critical. No, well, I will need to do that in a moment, but also, a bit more critical, the actual buzz-in dual socket died while I was doing all that, so I need to connect to that again. So that's back and live again, and let's get rid of the Gyazo. Let's get rid of Steam while we're at it as well. We don't need to know what Steam's doing. And calm. So, hello everybody. Let's say hello to people. Hello Scorecat, Awesome Quintuple 98, Minky, Egg Fried Cheese. Thank you for the 40 bits, Weemers. Hello Weemers, hello Jerry, hello Shadowmane, hello Cetra, hello Drahuska. Who else? Thank you very much, Minky, for that clip, by the way. That was a really good clip. And if anybody else wants to do those kinds of clips, then by all means do so, and I'll try and feature them on. Memes are indeed welcome, especially if they're at my expense. Hello there, Tipster as well, and Samster, and who else have I said hello to yet? Dazarino, and Duplis, and Kazvez. There we go. And Weemers with that 40 bits there. I wish everyone luck. I want to tell everyone a preemptive GG, except the person who comes last and has a 33% chance of being my dual round one opponent. Hashtag mind games. Thank you for the 40 bits. Happy Pancake Day. I don't have any pancakes though. It's a bit of a sad face pancake day for me, but I had pancakes last week, so it kind of evens out, I guess. They can't hear you, actually. I've just checked the levels. One moment. Luckily, you haven't said much at the moment until now. So try saying something.
Well, as I was saying, as anyone who played Persona 5 knows, pancakes are perfect for mind games.
They are indeed. So, hello, Skullcounts.
Hello!
How are you?
It's all going off today. The quarrels haven't even started.
Oh my god, the quarrel singular left. I know we're already at the end of the quarrels.
We're already at the end of stage one.
Yeah, and just to sort of back what Ash was saying, there were a lot of very naughty words coming out of Ash's mouth whilst he was having a bit of a meltdown. But hopefully, those are the only problems we have tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, everything will be fine, and I won't get another question thrown out for being pedantic.
That's me, yeah, it's Quarrel J, yeah. Ashby Technology versus Meow versus just the whole world, yeah, Quarrel J. I just did that. Luckily, I think I've won, apart from my keyboard might have died, which is unfortunate because that was £120, and I don't want to spend £120. Because I've just spent money on getting new things for my PC as well. I've just spent money getting a new graphics card so that the stream doesn't buffer nearly as much, and I can capture at a better rate and everything. And gotten more RAM because holy heck does things take up a lot of RAM on my machine, especially Unity. So I need that as well. I do need to get a green screen as well at some point and sort out this whole room. So yeah, money is being placed in places and buying things, and I just don't want to buy another keyboard right now, that's all. Okay, well, now that all of that stuff has happened, let's look at our quarrel to play out tonight. Luckily, that is still working. Our quarrel tonight will feature Dan, i.e. Egg Fried Cheese, Applecast 12, so we've got a sort of a food theme going on there, but then we kind of divert, goes back to the Animal Kingdom, Catnip, and then Jerry.
I mean Catnip. Still.
I mean, Catnip is it's a food stuff type thing for. Well, I mean, cats shouldn't eat catnip. They enjoy catnip, but they shouldn't eat it. It's a bit deadly for them. But anyway, yeah. Tom and Jerry. That's close enough. Yeah, close enough. Who do you think's going to come out on top, Matt?
If it was in terms of the banter and mind games that have been going on in Discord for the last week.
The last week? How long have you been looking at Discord?
Yeah, very, very true. Yeah, since the draw was made. As I was saying in Vocalize about half an hour ago, this
It's
This
a tough call.
like all the other quarrels, it's very hard to call. At which point, thank you for the cue. I will get the poll ready to go.
Eh.
Woo, poll.
But yeah, no. Honestly, any one of them could take it. Obviously, Jerry has already demonstrated their skills quite sufficiently, as well as been a temporary co-host for the Duel back in.
Oh yes,
Fortnite.
Indeed.
But again, it's pretty tight. It's pretty tight, and
it is.
Shadowmane's been making quite a big deal out of being a bit fearful of whom he will be facing. Speaking of which,
in Truel D, indeed, there's Quarrel F 4th place is what's worrying Shadowmane presently, and there's always that possibility in Truel E of it being the Spy Party triple.
Spy Party
triple. The three at a bookcase, as it were.
and then of course, second place going into F. This is looking up to be very exciting, but we'll cover all this in more detail after this.
And I have also pre-prepared this little graphic as well when we finally get to it as well.
Yay!
Woo!
So this is the situation that we currently have for the Proven 16. We had the 7 slots filled out, the winners bracket, as it were. Yes, so I don't have the lower bracket yet.
Yes, Catnip. So much Ukraine.
Yeah, there's a lot of Ukraine, a lot of sort of Swedish colours as well. Yeah, the blue and yellow. It's very strong in Europe.
I think the blue and yellow. It's a nice IKEA.
So yes,
okay,
you'll be facing.
Poll is live.
So yes, the winner of Quarrel F will face off against the Truel B winner. Which, if we look at that, the Truel B is currently looking as Drahuska, Jasak, and Lion Leone. That will be one of the 3 competitors you could be facing, Egg, if you win tonight's Quarrel.
But we'll get to all that in more detail.
We will indeed. Yes, let's get straight on into the Quarrel layout. Let me hit Unity. Don't be doing stupid stuff now. Unity.
Be kind, Unity. Be kind.
I'm trying to load you. Thank you. I don't want Unity having a meltdown now at the same time. There we go. I'm good now. You may now proceed with your introductions.
I may now proceed with the thing. Okay, yes. Well, it's the one that's been giving all the big talk, the one who wanted to be here ever since the start of the previous tournament, pretty much. It is the 28-year-old Welshman and a new entrant to the tournament arena at any rate, Monsieur Fried Cheese, also known as Dan. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. You said you were feeling a bit sick earlier, but it sounds like you're feeling.
Yeah, I've had a bit of a moment again when I was in work, but raring to go. I've had plenty of sugar now this afternoon.
Oh dear!
So
sugar, the ultimate enemy.
Hell yeah. Or should I say yes?
Thank you for that.
Is voice mod external software? Or do we have to sign off on this?
I think we'll allow it.
Okay, well, firstly, I'll note that on your application form, you commented, Ash is awesome, make me number 1 seed.
Yes.
You clearly didn't know who to bribe.
But yeah.
Fair enough. You constantly go on about your famed 6 layers of bubble wrap as well.
Yeah, wearing 8 tonight.
8?
We're 8. Wow.
Of course.
Of course it would be. Yes.
Yeah, I have to protect myself from everybody else.
And speaking of your job, what do you do?
So I am. My official title is Service Desk Shift Technical Analyst. Long and short of it, we provide support to a lot of companies and or stuff. There's not much more I can talk about it, unfortunately.
Again, like Yeesh last week, without killing us.
Pretty much, yeah. I say there's a lot of stuff going on. Basically, we manage over 140 contracts on a daily basis as a team of 5 of us. So we swap over. We cover 12-hour shifts. So as you can imagine, it's a very stressful and demanding job, and doesn't help my health in any way, shape, or form. But I enjoy it.
Exactly, and that's what matters. Well, you've been talking a lot of trash, but I think it's time that you talk trash to yourself a bit. So, who's the scariest person here?
Out of what we're facing, I'm a little bit worried about Jerry. I know Catnip's obviously proven herself.
Well, not yet. She hasn't.
As in from
not
previous
I know.
tournaments.
Yeah.
Jerry's obviously shown his way. Apple, I don't know much about, but I know a few people have been scared of me, which I'm a little bit surprised at, including Grunkle, which yes is clipped for eternity. So we shall see. As I say, the only thing I can do is try my best tonight and see where it ends up. If I end up in 4th place, I know somebody that is absolutely dreading if I get into D.
Well, we all know who that is, and Catnip, you know what I mean. I'm just speaking. Okay, well, I guess final question: are you feeling ready?
As much as I will ever be.
Well,
and as everybody keeps saying, it's not going to be a 1-question elimination. Well, feel free to use all 4 chips on that first question.
Touching wood. Well, moving on down the line, in the yellow seat this evening, we have another new entrant to the arena, a 20-year-old Dutch lad. Am I saying that right? It is Applecast. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you today?
Pretty okay.
Only pretty okay.
You sound a little nervous.
Nah, not that nervous, but...
Well, fair enough. So, what do you do at the moment, work or student-wise?
Just student, currently finishing uni.
What are you studying?
Mathematics and physics.
So we can expect you to be pretty strong at the at any sort of technical questions that come up tonight.
Any sort of potato questions.
Any potato questions, yeah. That's where I was going with this.
If a potato question turns up tonight, I am leaving.
What about an apple? What about an apple question?
Oh, that's fine. I'm very good friends with the Gravity Dude. It's all good.
Yes, very good friends with the Gravity Dude. Let's just leave it at that. And you're moderately competitive, you said, but you don't have that much faith in yourself and doing well. Has that changed?
Not really. I don't really know what to expect.
Just believe in yourself.
I mean, the thing is, when I look at the other duels where they go to the 2 people, I have like no confidence I will get there like that.
Well, who knows? I think you have more of a chance than you think you do.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you've kind of left most of you haven't really given me too much to ask you. So I guess I'll move on to my normal question. Who here do you think is your biggest opponent?
I don't really know much about Jerry.
Fair enough. I mean, it's right there. He came 3rd in season 2.
Yeah, that's all I know, basically.
What about Catnip?
I'm really scared of Catnip. A lot of the times when I'm in voice chat, she has all the answers that I don't know.
Fair enough. And how are you scared of the Welshman next to you?
Not that scared. He needs to.
Good.
Oh, here we go.
Well, I guess that's a trash talk. I don't know if Egg has anything he wants to comment back.
It's fine. I'm wearing my bubble wrap. That might be one layer of bubble wrap gone. I've still got 7 to go.
Well, let's see if your bubble gets burst tonight. Okay,
We'll just pop you in the corner.
Monsieur Matt, the poll results.
Yes, in amongst all of the trash talking, we do have the poll results. Egg, 20% of the vote. Applecast, 10% of the vote. Catnip, 20%. But half the audience are favouring Jerry to win.
Jerry.
We'll get to Jerry in due time. But before we get to Jerry, we have to go to the player in the purple seat this evening. It is the vicious. Is vicious the right word? Let's be
not that nasty.
Really?
Usually, we're about to enter the duel arena. Like, come on, your claws are coming out. It's the 29-year-old Lithuania. It is Catnip, 9th in the previous tournament. Tell us more about that, man.
Yeah, Catnip has played in both of the previous dual tournaments. Lost against Jerry in the round of 16 in Season 1. And then in Season 2, Catnip beat Hunter Dillon in qualifying. Then lost against Jerry in the upper 16 again.
Grudge match.
So who's going to get the best of the third one? Catnip beat Not a Jumble in the lower 16, beat Connor in a sudden death match in the lower quarterfinal first stage, and then unfortunately became unstuck against Nata IKH in the lower quarterfinal second stage. So Catnip a bit of a grudge match here tonight against Jerry.
I mean, yeah, I was not happy to see his name pop up in this thing. Like that.
Well, the actual person you've named for your grudge match is Nata.
Based on stats, yeah, because he won against me, I think, 3 times, even though 2 of those were at unofficial or in unofficial duels. So I suppose I feel more grudge towards him, and there was more of losing, so that's why.
Mm-hmm. You've appeared more on TV in your native country since your last appearance.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so now in total it's 5 times.
Mm-hmm. So a bit of practice. A bit of light practice.
It's a different kind. It's a little bit different kind of game. It was not dual, but
it's something. And you've simply noted that you want to take it all. That is all you've noted in your competitive spirit.
I mean, who doesn't? But
I mean,
yes.
true. Do you still feel like you can do it, or do you feel like it's quite a ways away yet?
Well, that wasn't the claim. The claim was that I want to. Whether I'm
True.
capable of is a bit of a different question, and I suppose we shall see later tonight. Overall, I do think I'm good, but I'm not that consistent.
That can be a problem in duel,
good, so it's a little bit of a. We'll see.
especially given this format. Consistency is a bit of a necessity for qualifying, so we'll see how that goes for you tonight. So, 3 people you are facing. You've already mentioned that, yes, Jerry has knocked you out of the tournament, or knocked you down in the tournament arena twice. So, I think it's safe to say that you're pretty afeard of them.
Yep, that answers that question straight up. Like, for tonight's match, yeah.
I will note that we actually had all 4 different nationalities for this match, which we haven't had very often.
Oh, yeah.
Applecass, how do you feel about him?
I know nothing about him, so it's one of those.
An X factor.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. So with Egg, I know he can be really good quite often. So there is that kind of awareness or impression. With Applecast, I have nothing so far.
Okay, and yeah, well, that kind of also answers your question regarding Egg. So I wish you the best of luck tonight, as all of you.
I'll need it.
We'll see if you need it, because we will move on to the person who came 3rd in the previous tournament, missing out on the final by 1 match. It is the 34-year-old Texan, Jerry. Hello, Jerry.
Hello, everyone.
Tell us more, Monsieur.
Yep. So Jerry, as we've already stated, beat Catnip in the round of 16 in Season 1, and then unfortunately lost out to Samster in the quarterfinals. And then for Season 2, where's all my notes? There we go. Yep. So 1 against Catnip in the upper 16, as previously mentioned. Then beat Lacus Welt in a 1-question shootout in the upper quarterfinals. Beat Tipster in the upper semi-finals, and then unfortunately lost out to Grunkle in the upper final, and then lost to Samster again in the lower final second stage.
Very much so, a crash out of the competition. So your reputation definitely precedes you. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
Are you aiming to get further this time?
As long as I don't face Samster, yeah. But it's going to be very tough, though.
It's a tough crowd this year.
Yeah.
So what do you do? What do you do for a living? Sorry.
I am a game designer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yes. Do you think that's going to help you with any topics in particular?
Other than games, probably not.
I mean, mathematics, logic, definitely things there.
Perhaps, yeah.
And you'd think that a lot of people have been scared of the sort of battle royale format that we've been taking this year. You have a very big reason to not be scared of the battle royale format, I see. If you get what I'm on about.
Mm-hmm.
Want to tell us more? Tell the crowd what you think I mean?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm referring to the little Tetris 99 factoid.
Oh, right, yeah. I forgot. I forgot all of the factoids that I submitted.
I was trying to hint you on. Okay. Am I saying it then?
Yeah, I think you're saying it.
So apparently, you've won more than 10% of your Tetris 99 matches.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Yeah.
You'd like to think so?
I mean, I'm not like, those. I mean, you've seen that like invisible Tetris. I'm nowhere near that.
You're not Grandmaster level, although maybe someday with some practice.
Hopefully, yeah.
Stream Grandmaster 3 sometime. I think we'd all love to see it.
I might just do that. Yeah.
Egg.
Moving on, you put yourself as at a 7.5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Has that changed since then?
Not really.
Still solid 7.5. Like,
yeah.
That's some confidence.
I mean, I got a couple of good duels in there. Beat Tipster on, but yeah, but
Tipster's a scary opponent.
Yeah,
as is Catnip.
Yes.
And before I go on to the usual question, I will know that in your extra comments you have simply written, "Thank you for putting all this together." So that's to you, Ash.
Well,
it's to say for all of us. Yeah, it's not just for me. It's for you it's for Score Count and Matt as well, and also for everyone for competing as well.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's declare Jerry the winner for that little comment then.
See, Jerry knows who to bribe. Egg.
If it was gonna be that easy.
How do you feel about Egg at the moment?
I think he's playing a very psychological game, and I think that it might. We'll just have to see and find out in the quarrel.
Okay. How about Applecast?
I don't really know much about him, but I'm sure he's pretty good at trivia and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the fact that it's an unknown makes it even scarier. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
And I assume Catnip's a non-threat.
Yes, definitely. She's a great trivia player, and she's going to be out for revenge. So
maybe the revenge will happen. Well,
Jerry's taken 2 of my lives already.
Still 7 to go.
7 left, apparently. Well, to once again use the random catchphrase that I coined. One of you will prove yourselves, and to all of you, I wish you good luck.
Thank you. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you very much.
And that's the last time we'll hear that.
In this particular situation, he'll adapt it for the next one.
I have already adapted it.
We know what it is. Well, I think it's fair to say from the opening exchanges there that Applecast is the unknown going into this quarrel.
The unknown variable to solve for.
Is that what you set his name on the web?
You can never know when an apple would hit your head hard, right?
Yeah. Courtesy of the gravity dude.
Oh, please, ape, jeez.
Right, so we've done all the talking. I think it's now time to do a bit of testing, Ash.
It is, yes. As always, the test question, and I'll ask you in turn if you see the question text or not when I press the button. So, Dan, do you see it?
I do.
Applecast, you see it?
Yes.
Cool. Catnip?
All there.
And Jerry?
Yes.
Cool. Let's see the options and have you go. Catnip and Jerry are in. Is someone accelerator baiting? I don't know. Applecast is in and accelerating. What, Dan?
I'm not sure.
Be picky.
You're not sure on the answer.
Oh, why not?
A reminder question, if I may.
Yes?
Yeah, sure,
You
Catnip, go
can
ahead.
accelerate only after you yourself locked in.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
If you
Correct.
press if you press accelerator before locking in, it will use the accelerator, but it will be a wasted accelerator because it will not
you
actually
may still
trigger.
be charged.
Yes, absolutely. There you go. Yeah, I should use that actually. Yeah.
And well done, everyone. As you all knew, 42 is an actually stabilized types of count.
Oh,
I am
Intriguing.
disappointed you didn't change that for the last quarrel, Ash. You should have made it. The answer is 37.
Maybe.
Come up with the factoid for 37.
Okay.
So just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. No one has the Twitch stream or any of the text stream opened up.
I have everything
Correct.
minimized.
I do not
now.
have the Twitch stream up.
No,
Okay, so
not that.
did you say you had, or?
No, I have everything minimized.
Okie dokie, that's absolutely fine. Okay, over to you, Ash.
All right. Well, everything's been reset. 10 chips, 1 accelerator, 3 minutes on each of your clocks. Dan, Applecast, Catnip, and Jerry, let us duel. Play the sting.
And I now have goosebumps.
Well, here we go. Here is your first question.
No, those are just the spots on the bubble wrap.
Which of these Italian fashion houses has a namesake founder whose first name comes last alphabetically? Options are Prada, Gucci, Versace, Armani. Which of these Italian fashion
I still
houses
have
has
the
a...
red background. Previous ability.
Yeah.
That should be okay. I'll tell you when an accelerator
Okay.
plays, and also the audio will play. Applecast is locked in. So is Dan. No accelerators yet. Jerry is in. And Catnip is in. So, kind of an expensive question. 15 chips are on the table.
Oh, God.
Makes me feel
Wow.
Wow.
Only one person out of the 4 of you knows exactly what the distribution is, and that person is Catnip,
Yeah.
who is the one who decided to play just 3 chips, leaving off of D.
so-
Armani. Catnip, why did you leave off Armani?
I think Armani's first name starts with A as well. In my head, I had it as Armando. Now I'm not so sure, but I still think it's somewhere early in the alphabet.
Okay, who was first? Applecast was first to lock in. You covered all the options, just didn't know all the names, so just wanted to just get out the question and be safe.
Yeah, basically, I have no clue.
Dan, any inklings on any of these names?
I have absolutely no idea. You really think I have any fashion sense?
I don't know. I don't want to, infer anything. Jeez.
The egg wears Prada.
I have absolutely no idea. I wear my
devil's
own
egg wears
branded
Prada.
stuff, and I don't come first. I come fairly early on. So yeah, I literally no idea.
Jerry, any clues?
Yeah, if it was French fashion houses, I would definitely know it. But
It's not.
no, not Italian. Sorry.
Well, situation is, if the answer is D. Armani, then Catnip gets eliminated on question number 1. If there's anything else, then we continue on. Correct answer is A. Prada.
Nice.
Yes, actually, all the others are G. Giovanni
Oh.
Versace, Giorgio Armani,
Oh, Giorgio Armani, yeah, cool.
Gucci, and Mario Prada.
Yeah, Mario Prada, absolutely, yes.
It's a me,
It's a
Mario.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, I resisted the joke, guys. Come on.
So 11 chips lost to that question, Matt.
I think that's what we can safely call a chip consumer. That is
Doesn't have the right ring to it, is it?
that is
Thank you, 8 Minky.
that's a lot of chips down the drain on that one. But Catnip obviously has the chip lead, 8 chips as opposed to everyone else on 7. Applecast with a time advantage, 2 minutes and 45. Dan on 2:42, Jerry 2:38, and Catnip 2:29. all the accelerators are intact, and more importantly, so are all of our players. On to question number 2.
Woohoo! Question number 2, here we go. German words for a type of cat and a type of lizard form a portmanteau that is the name of a car manufactured by whom since 2007? Your options are Audi, Volkswagen, BMW, Porsche. German words for a type of cat and a type of lizard form a portmanteau that is the name of a car manufactured by whom? We have an accelerator from Dan. 5, 4. Applecast is in. 3, 2. Jerry and Catnip are in as well.
Well, this is an interesting game already.
We're already... Yeah, so there are 13 chips on the table now. And again, only one person out of the 4 knows the distribution. Don't you, Dan? So why do you know the distribution, Dan?
I wonder.
I wonder indeed. Dan was the only one to place 1 chip down and covered B, Volkswagen. Why did you go with Volkswagen?
So, obviously, portmanteau are 2 words mashed together. Obviously, the logical side of it is it's the longest name, and I'm sure that there's like a Volt type of cat, and I just sort of presumed that was the case.
That's not the question.
That's not the question. Volkswagen means the people's car, firstly.
But the type of cat and the type of lizard.
It's made by that manufacturer, so it's not the
we're looking for a name of a car of the manufacturer, not the manufacturer itself.
So, like, if it was Volkswagen Beetle, we would looking for Beetle as the answer.
Fair enough. Okay, I might have read the question wrong then.
Oh, have we got an RCFQ?
We shall see this.
Well, we'll just quickly chat to Applecast as well. Any clues at all what this portmanteau could be?
I don't know. I have no clue about what type of car it could be.
Catnip, any clues at all? Just wanted to cover all the answers to get out?
The German for cat is Katze, but it's a type of cat. Lizard, the only one I thought of was gecko, and I couldn't really pinpoint it to any of the specific ones. I kind of wanted to go with all 3 German, but Porsche was so out of place that it may be the one, because, it's unlikely, because it's French. Either actually French or sounding French, but then it's a German-ish word. So, yeah. Just couldn't come up with a specific thing eventually within time.
Jerry, any clues at all on what the portmanteau word is?
Not really. I'm not a car person, and I'm not really, I don't really know a lot of German, so double no.
Well, the situation this time is, if the answer is Audi, BMW or Porsche, then we lose Dan on question 2. If the answer is B, Volkswagen, then we continue on. Correct answer is... B, it's the Tiguan by Volkswagen. The Tiguan.
You are correct for the wrong reason.
Jesus! That scared the living Jesus out of me.
All the cats away.
The Tiguan, as Ash just said, a portmanteau of tiger and leguana or iguana, run a naming contest in a German car magazine from a field of names that also included Namib, Rockton, Liger, Samoon, and Nanook.
So, Egg completely dodging that question. Whew. What were you saying, Catnip, there?
So what's the car?
The Tiguan.
Oh.
Tiger and iguana, Tiguan. So, Matt, we lost another load of chips there, and Dan is just through on the skin of his teeth there, pretty much. It's barely intact.
I accelerated on that as well.
Yeah.
We took a chance on that Wheel of Happen circumstance and came out alive.
I think
that's fair.
I think as Poker Joker is saying, a QFTR there.
But, who said I was due a bout of luck after the month I've had?
Well, you've just spent all your luck on that one question now. That's it. You have no luck left.
I think so. Yeah.
I think in fairness to Dan, that is one of the best accelerator players we've seen. because he's forced all his other opponents to put all the chips down.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, we've lost nine chips out of that exchange. Okay,
Yeah.
that is. I mean, I can't recall us having a duel, a true, or a quarrel where we've seen this low a chip count after just 2 questions. So,
Wow.
Dan, you have the chip advantage. 7 chips, Catnip on 5, then Applecast and Jerry on 4 each. In terms of the time, both Dan and Applecast tied on 2:27, Jerry on 2:18, Catnip on 2:08. Applecast, Catnip, and Jerry with their accelerators intact. We have everyone still intact past question 2, which is always good. Let's move on to question
For organizational
3.
reasons.
Yes, we no longer have the nightmare scenario possible.
Well, heart attack's over.
Grunkle logic there, Dan.
No, I think it's more egg luck than grunkle logic, that.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't Grunkle logic. That was a case of, I thought I worked it out based on the fact of not reading the question, and then...
I think that was the case of cracking an egg and seeing the 2 yolks in it.
A double yoker. A double yoker. Right.
By a rooster.
So, if you've all sort of come back from your heart attacks and that, here comes question number 3. The 2019 film Knives Out features which James Bond actor as Detective Benoit Blanc? Your options are the one who appeared in Time Bandits, the one who guest hosted Have I Got News for You, the one who appeared in Mamma Mia, or the one who appeared in Drop the Dead Donkey. Jerry is in. My suspicions is this is a 1 versus 100 question that got mistagged, but that's what happens. Still a good question. Jerry has accelerated 6. Applecat is in 5. Dan is in 4. 3, 2. Catnip is in. And I can reveal that there are 14 chips on the table. So, Catnip, that gives you information, doesn't it?
Yeah! And also here.
So, yeah, let's see where everything's been placed. So, Applecast and Jerry have now expended all of their chips, covering all the options they're definitely through. Dan's also covered all the options, but at the end of this question, we'll at least have 4 chips to play with, not 1. Catnip deciding to play just 2 chips on A, the one who appeared in Time Bandits, and D, the one who appeared in Drop the Dead Donkey. Catnip, do you want to talk your way through these possible answers?
So, I have not seen the film, but I'm interested in, and I've seen the trailer or 2. I know Daniel Craig is in it. I think Sean Connery may also be in it. I strongly do not think that either of them hosted Have I Got News for You, or just any of other Bond actors. The one in Mamma Mia is Pierce Brosnan, and well, he might be in the movie. I kinda don't think so, but that's the one I'm properly worried about. So I went with the other 2 because I have no idea about those titles at all.
Fair enough. Jerry, you covered all the answers, so you know what happens after this point is that you'll be left with just the 1 chip.
Yep.
Any clues at all?
Hold on. Sorry, 1 sec. Sorry. Sorry. Little conversation there. I thought it was either Pierce Brosnan or Daniel Craig. I know one of them was in Time Bandits, I think at least, but I don't know which one, and I wasn't really confident enough to just go with that one, so I just went with all of them. And then, as for the accelerator, I kind of, I was waiting a little bit, and I didn't hear anyone lock in, so after a few seconds, I kind of wanted a little bit of time back, so I waited for that long, and then I accelerated them.
Well, you currently now have the time advantage over the other players. That is certainly a thing. I'm not going to say any more than that, Matt. Jeez. Jesus Christ. Let me at least say things. I am a host, you know. Applecast, also covering all the options, are going to be left with the 1 chip at the end of this. Any clues at all?
I have no clue about movies.
Oh dear. Not even any inkling at all. Not even if you think it was like Daniel Craig or Pierce Brosnan or Sean Connery or anything like that.
I know the names, but I know nothing about them. Where they played in.
Dan, we come to you. You also covered all the options, but you'll have chip advantage at the very least.
Yeah, so I covered them all because I wasn't 100% certain. I was worried about an accelerator being played. I know it's Daniel Craig. If I hadn't have been accelerated, I would have taken my chip off B. Because I don't think he hosted Have I Got News For You, but I don't know about the other three. So if I'd had a bit more time, even though I locked in, I wanted to try and keep as much time as I could. And I didn't want to waste all my luck after what happened on the last question and then just uncovering that and going from it. But I think, thinking about it now, I would have uncovered B and I would have still had 3 on A, C, and D.
Okay. Well, situation is, if the answer is B or C, then we lose catnip. If the answer is A or D, we continue on. Regardless, Applecast and Jerry are definitely through. So is Dan. Applecast and Jerry will be on 1 chip. Dan will be on 4 chips. If catnip is through, then catnip will also be on 4 chips, tied with Dan. So when I said earlier he would have the chip advantage, I actually wasn't quite right there. I can reveal that the correct answer is...
Really? You said it now.
D, the one who appeared in Drop the Dead Donkey.
So I'm just going to read out the factoids direct from Monsieur Clive here.
Yeah, I can see them as well.
So, Daniel Craig, who stars in Knives Out, played a thug in one episode of Drop the Dead Donkey. Sir Roger Moore hosted Have I Got News For You in 2012. Pierce Brosnan appeared for Mamma Mia, for which he must be punished, and Sean Connery appeared in Time Bandit.
For which he must be punished. How dare he?
Any of you know is Sean Connery in Knives Out? Or is it just Daniel?
I would imagine it's just Daniel Craig, otherwise that question would be ambiguous.
I mean, well, it also specifies the
No, it specifies character, so it's not ambiguous.
So, yeah, it's fine in any event.
Oh, that's true, yes. So, Matt, you may now describe the situation.
Well, in 3 questions, we've lost 3/4 of the chips.
Wow.
Applecast and Jerry, you've placed all the chips. Yeah, I saw that. All of the chips on the last 3 questions. So you're down to 1 now. Any mistake from either of you, and you are off to the void.
It's been a race to the bottom with the chip counts.
It is, yeah. The little graph
Yeah,
I've
what a
got
true deal.
suggesting that. Dan and Catnip, all 4 chips can still cover all of the options, which is a help. Jerry, you have got the time advantage back, 2:05 compared with Applecast on 1:56, Dan 1:55, Catnip on 1:33. Applecast and Catnip with their accelerators. Who is going to survive the next one? On to question 4.
There's only question 4 coming up. Wow, jeez. Here we go then. Which of these induces abdominal pain and can result in diarrhea or constipation? The options are IBS, ABS, CBS, RBS. Dan is in. So is Jerry. So is Catnip. And so is Applecast.
How ironic of this question to come up in my quarrel.
I mean, I wasn't going to say anything until you had. So everyone has put 1 chip down just on AIBS. You happy with that answer, Dan?
Yeah, irritable bowel syndrome, even though I have IBD, but yeah, it's irritable bowel syndrome.
Correct answer is indeed AIBS.
Who wrote this?
Samster. Irritable bowel syndrome, RBS, the Royal Bank of Scotland, ABS, the anti-lock braking system, and CBS, Columbia Broadcasting System. I guess all 3 of these could, but let's just not go there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, less of the shit jokes.
No, all of the jokes.
Yeah.
Well, this just turned into a load of crap.
Oh, come on now. Quickly, Matt.
I'm not saying anything.
Pretty sensible thing. So, No, we didn't lose any chips.
Wow, we preserved all the chips we have left.
Now.
I'm also now just giggling at Weavers' comment of the Royal Bank of Scotland is the sexiest bank, and I'm not biased.
The time advantage is more or less staying the same. Jerry on 201, Dan 153, Applecast 146, Catnip 128. Applecast and Catnip still with the accelerators. Question 5.
Here we go. Question number 5. The trains used to test and assess the condition of Japan's Shinkansen rail network have what affectionate nickname? Is it Dr. Red, Dr. Black, Dr. Green, Dr. Yellow? Catnip's in and accelerating. 5, 4, 3, 2. Applecast and Jerry are in. 1. And Dan being locked in by the accelerator. And I can reveal that every single chip left in play is on the table.
Ooh.
Oh God!
we are
So,
very-
I mean,
Sorry.
it's the last quarrel. May as well have some fun, right?
well, once Applecast uses his accelerator, we're into perfect duel on a 4-player core. I don't think we've seen this.
Well,
this is a bit crazy. We may not yet. Anything can still happen in the next 10 minutes. So let's see where all the chips have been placed. So yes, Dan and Catnip covered all the options, so they're definitely through. Catnip obviously using the advantage there and trying to force someone to make a mistake with the accelerator. Dan covering all the options there because Dan could. Applecast and Jerry did cover D, Dr. Yellow, and left C, B, and A blank.
Because I don't know.
Jerry has no clue, but obviously only had one chip to play with.
Spinning the wheel.
Spinning the wheel and it just landing on yellow. Any particular reason for yellow, or just it was D?
It's kind of a high-vis color, so maybe it's better to see it or something. I don't know.
Applecast, you also went with Dr. Yellow. Any clue at all on this, or just again a random bit of just guessing?
Like a small inkling? I think I remember something, but I don't know for sure anymore.
Okay. Catnip, any clue on this one, or you were just trying to force the gameplay? No idea at all.
No idea. Just I may as well try to force the two who have single chips to place them without too much thinking or remembering things, what have you.
Dan, you covered all of the chips and were under the accelerator pressure there. No thoughts coming through in those 7 seconds?
No idea at all. I'm guessing if I was to hedge my bets, I would have probably gone C if I had one chip. But that's
not
the
where
fact
we are.
the fact I had all 4. I'm gonna guarantee my survival on this question at least.
Okay. So the situation is, if the answer is D, Dr. Yellow, then we are still in play as a full quarrel. However, everybody will be on one chip, which is crazy to even suggest. If the answer is A, Dr. Red, or B, Dr. Black, or C, Dr. Green, then we will lose Applecast and Jerry at this time. Applecast, I believe, would be placed preliminarily 4th, Jerry in 3rd due to time difference.
Correct.
But that's if it's wrong.
If it is wrong.
I can reveal that the correct answer is...
Stop, this gives me goosebumps every time.
D, Dr. Yellow, and we're still in play. We are still in play.
You took a chance and you got it right.
Yeah.
Pull throughs.
That's some RNG's
Alright.
blessing.
Jesus Christ.
I will say I am actually hating this quarrel right now.
I love it. It's entertaining as hell.
Dr. Yellow high speed test trains, if I can get my words out. Yes. Dedicated trains. Most of them, the original colour scheme anyway, are yellow with a blue waist stripe, which is the inverse of narrow gauge track recording cars, which were blue with a yellow stripe. And like most other Shinkansen, their tests are carried out at full speed of 168 miles per hour, or more correctly, 270 kilometers per hour. Hashtag opinions.
Hashtag opinions.
Did you get
Correct
to see
opinions,
one
that
on your
is.
trip to Japan?
I didn't see a Dr. Yellow, no, but I was on many a Shinkansen.
Close.
So, Matt, this is new territory.
See, it's new territory, and I'm liking the phrase that Poker Joker's put on there. One away from a super perfect quarrel.
This is a semi-perfect quarrel, yeah.
No, Poker Joker's called it. If once Applecast has used his accelerator, we will have a full perfect quarrel.
A
This is-
quadrifect.
I like that. There's lots of good terms coming out.
Quorumvirate?
Right, so scores on the doors. All players, 1 chip each. Any mistake from now on, you are out. Simple as that.
No pressure, hey?
151, Dan 141, Applecast 137, Catnip 123. Applecast has that critical accelerator. That could be the difference.
Can we get a question that I've written next?
Hopefully, the way I've written it, you shouldn't get that to happen. But if it does happen, you tell me that it's your question because you're playing honestly.
We expect you.
That actually isn't the rules. If I find out,
is.
if I find out that, and I will find out very quickly that you haven't done it.
Oh yes, we have ways and means. But anyway, let's move on to question number 6. Will this see 1.5 fall?
This is just such a big plummet. Question 6, and we're at 1 chip each. That's amazing.
90% of the chips have gone in 5 questions.
Well, technically, 100% of the chips have gone.
No, thought we started
100% of the disposable chips.
100. Yeah, I
of the
Yeah.
expendable chips.
Yeah.
The expendable chips. But
Anyway, moving on.
These are the critical chips left now. Here comes the question. Which of these sports was not included in the 2006 video game? Please, quiet, please. Which of these sports was not included in the 2006 video game Wii Sports? Options are basketball, boxing, bowling, or baseball. Applecast and Jerry are in. Dan is in. And Catnip is in. Well, all 4 chips are on the table because they kind of have to be, unless for some reason you want to throw the question, which is just such a bad idea anyway. Where have they been placed? All of them are on A, basketball.
Oh, great.
sorry.
So we're all going down with the ship, or we're continuing on. Jerry.
May I ask a question?
Yeah, go on, Catnip.
So,
go ahead.
if that is incorrect, is it just based on the time advantage?
Sudden death.
We
It
go
would go-
Okay, sudden death. Okay.
It would trigger sudden death, and then
Okay.
that would be
And then
the
we
sort
go
of
from
influence
there.
effect. Yeah. Jerry, why basketball?
What sort of answer do you want?
I don't know. What why did you go for basketball? Because it is, or
I think
because
the answer is.
Because that's what you think the answer is. Well, there we go. That's about as much information I'm going to get out of you. All right. Applecast, you locked in pretty much the same time as Jerry did with basketball. You reasonably confident in that's the answer?
I've played Wii Sports last week.
Oh, okay. So it's fresh in your mind then. Samster in chat saying basketball was in Wii Sports Resort, but was it in the original? Dan, you covered a basketball as well.
I know bowling and boxing were, because I can remember playing it.
Mm-hmm.
I was in and ahhing between basketball and baseball. Obviously I hedged my bets for basketball because I think it was in a later release, but I've got that doubt that I think it still could be baseball. I know it's definitely not BRC, but I'm not confident about D.
And Catnip, you also covered A, basketball. Any inkling to sort of bring you to that answer?
Oh, not tinkling, but my logic was I was trying to think which one of these would be, either bad or good to play with a, remote control type of object, right? Because in boxing you can do punches quite easily. Bowling you can pretty much, roll the ball around the ground or what have you. Baseball, easy peasy, right? It's like a hitting bat. With basketball, throws are a bit iffy to figure out whether, it was in or out. So that was my logic. I suppose it.
Okay, so Catnip logicking it out rather than just from previous pre-knowledge, I guess. Can say that the correct. Okay, can say that the correct answer is it is A, basketball.
Yep.
Indeed. Of these, yes, boxing, bowling, and baseball were all in the original Wii Sports. Boxing and baseball did not return to a sport, and bowling and golf did, to be joined by a variety of sports, including basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Okay, so, Matt, no chip difference, obviously, but certainly some time difference.
Yep, a little bit of time difference there. Jerry still maintaining the time advantage, 146. Applecast 132, down 129. Catnip down to 107. And Applecast keeping that accelerator, possibly making it to good use. And sadly, Scooch Dust, that's a real tragedy there. Duel not making it into Wii Sports.
I mean, as I just noted there, swordplay dueling did make it into the Wii Sports Resort, so technically.
Okay.
Let's move on to question number 7, please.
All right, here we go. Which American comedian first popularized the idea of the 7 words you can never say on television in a 1972 routine? Was it Jay Leno, George Carlin, Steve Carell, or Johnny Carson? We have a lock-in from... Oh, we got accelerator from Applecast. 5, 4, 3... Okay. I didn't know what order things happened because everything kind of just happened, but Applecast was the one to lock in and play accelerator. I think it was Dan and Jerry were the first two, then Applecast locked in, and then Catnip was locked in under the accelerator.
I know I had a lock-in before me.
Yeah. Okay, so it was Jerry first, then Dan, then it was Applecast, and then Catnip under the accelerator situation. Well, again, 4 chips are on the table, as there should be. Where have they been placed? So there is a difference here, though. So 3 players. Yeah, that's the problem. Is that your view only shows one possible other answer, but there's should be 3 other possible answers. 3 players have covered B. Applecast has covered C. So there's going to be at least 1 elimination on this question.
Possibly 4.
Possibly 4, possibly 3, possibly 1. But there's at least 1 elimination on this question. Applecast.
To me first for this.
Well, no, I'm going to go to Applecast first because he played the accelerator. Why did you go for Steve Carell?
I played it, I was already unsure, and then I figured I might as well try it. I have no clue.
Alright, we'll go to you now. Alright, sorry. You think it's Carlin now after all this?
Yeah, after locking it in, I thought it knew it was B or C, but I have no clue which one.
We'll go to Dan now. Why did you go with George Carlin?
Cool. Only because I know this actor, and the 7 words you can't say are and that. So yes.
Any excuse.
Yes. But yeah.
But this isn't television.
Well, it's Twitch TV.
And the family friendly tag isn't on.
Exactly.
Okay. I wouldn't want to necessarily repeat them. So
yeah.
Yes.
Fair enough. Catnip, you also went with George Carlin. A reason for that?
I think I remember something about this. I possibly researched this for a quiz question for the quiz that I work in. So some memories there. I'm almost certain it's not Jay Leno because I've heard of that name from the late night shows, and I would remember if it was someone I have previously heard of. Kind of the same went for Steve Carroll. And out of the two, this name seemed slightly more familiar. So a combo of that.
Jerry, you also went with George Carlin. You know this previously, or you just an inkling answer?
I'm pretty sure it's George Carlin. Very confident on it.
Okay. Well, if the answer is B. George Carlin, then we'll be losing Applecast. If the answer is Steve Carell, then we'll be losing Dan, Catnip, and Jerry, and Applecast will win. If it's Jay Leno or Johnny Carson, then we go to sudden death. I've got a sneeze coming, and I don't want it to happen right now. The correct answer is B. George Carlin, and we say goodbye temporarily to Applecast.
Yes, the question does correctly say popularized, since the idea of the list of the words you must not say was originated by a comedian called Lenny Bruce. Then George Carlin started doing a bit of a bit where he mentioned these 7 words you must never say, and it actually kind of devolves into a bit of social commentary regarding the fact that the only reason those words mean anything is because we let them mean things. And he also had a bit of a habit of letting the audience change and edit things as well. And sometimes responded to some of those edit suggestions. I would read out one of them, but no.
Google is available for more.
Yes, absolutely. If you or just whatevs, I guess. So commiserations, Applecast, but valiantly fought up to that point. But
not necessarily yet, Shadowman. I'll just quickly out.
But we will hold tight, because anything can still happen with 3 players now in perfect trueness and on single chip answers. Anything could happen, and you could still come back through sudden death pickup. So let's see what happens, I guess. Matt the ref, let's get some time differences.
Yep, so as you say, we are into perfect trueness. Jerry still maintaining a really good time advantage, 144. Dan on 126. Catnip down to 59.5 seconds, so we will be hearing the epic music.
We are in rush mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely into rush mode now. And let's see what question that number has to offer.
Yes, that number. Here we go.
Oh, that number.
Which of these is the oldest BBC One ident theme? Your options are circles, the balloon, rhythm and movement, oneness. Very nasty question to have at this time.
I have no idea.
Neither do I.
Catnip is in. Trying to claw some time back here versus the other players. Jerry is now in.
No pun intended on that one, Ash.
Not at all, no. Dan, you've just gone to a minute left.
I have no idea.
Well, you have no accelerators to play against, but you have just locked in. And there are 3 chips on the table. And they are all on B, the balloon. So, Catnip, why did you go for the balloon?
Not sure, just sort of felt like it. I was thinking mostly between that and oneness, because BBC One, but at the same time, oneness as a word feels a bit newer, so it could have been for, like anniversary kind of thing, to remind of the spirit and what have you. Now I'm thinking it could be circles, but if all 3 of us locked in the same, it's a bit sure.
Jerry, you also went with the balloon. Any reason why?
Not really. Oneness seems kind of new agey. Rhythm and movement seems kind of new. I was between circles and the balloon. I was originally on circles, but changed my mind kind of later on. Not really for any reason, but I thought the balloon was kind of more old-timey of a name.
Okay. Dan, you were sort of umming and ahhing, didn't really have a clue. Are you happy at least that you've tied with the same answers on the other competitors?
I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy that they've locked in Balloon. From memory serves me correct, because obviously there was something about Idents in one of the other game shows, if I remember, that we played, and I was trying to think back to that, and I know at one point, I think one of the original ones was sort of like a glue, if memory serves me correct, so I went to look at it, but I can't remember if there was anything earlier than that. But obviously there's no globe option there. So that's why I was going, I have absolutely no idea. Because I thought that would have been one of the earliest ones.
Well,
so I've obviously gone with my gut and locked in B.
If the answer is B, we continue as a true. If there's anything else, then we go to sudden death. I could reveal these in reverse order, but since you've all put the same answer, it's kind of lost effect. Can reveal that the oldest BBC One Ident theme out of these is Be the Balloon.
Indeed. Oneness is the most recent, started in January of 2017, just groups of people gathering together. Before that, it was circles, a bunch of beings or other things in circles, just surrounding the BBC One logo. Before that, it was rhythm and movement, which was just people and things moving and in rhythm. But yes, before that, from 1997 to 2002, it was simply a balloon with BBC One on it.
Wasn't there a globe earlier than that, though?
Yeah, but there was that. Yeah, yeah. Which of these is the oldest? Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, the three of them have survived, Matt, and the time difference has kind of narrowed a bit.
Not quite. Certainly, Dan has. The gap between Dan and Catnip has closed up, but Jerry's still keeping a really, really good time advantage. So Jerry 124, Dan 52.9, Catnip 47.2. So that time advantage may well help Jerry as we get further or sort of closer and closer, towards the 20-second cutoff as we now move into question 9.
Okay. Here comes question number 9. What name is shared by 8 popes and 3 Scottish kings? The options are Alexander, John, Charles, Francis. What name is shared by 8 popes and 3 Scottish kings? Catnip has 30 seconds left. Jerry is locked in. Dan, you have 30 seconds. 20 seconds, Catnip. Ten seconds, Catnip. 15 seconds, Dan. Dan is in. 5, 4,
I'll go
3.
first.
I was watching that.
I hate this question. I've been trying to work it out.
I was watching that question, and my God, did things happen on that question?
I may have done part of that on purpose, make it more entertaining, but...
So, there are 3 chips on the table, as one would expect. There is a difference of opinion. Catnip is the outlier on A. Alexander. Dan and Jerry have covered C. Charles. Now, I'm going to go to you first, Catnip, because you were sort of all over the table through that. Mind talking us through that?
Yeah, so I know for sure that there was a Pope Alexander, and that was my first thought, because it sounds like there could have been 3 kings with that name. Then a bit later, I started thinking that John may be a more frequent name for a king just because it's a more common name for all. So I just kept flipping between those two, kind of leaning even more towards John, but in the end I just figured, F it, and in pub quizzes, go with the first thought, go with the first instinct. So I went with that. Now that obviously I'm now ruled by the majority, so at least it's not that other one that I thought about. So that's my relief from there.
Jerry, you went with
Yes.
Charles. Why did you go for Charles?
I think there are a whole bunch more than 8 Johns that are popes. And there's only one Pope Francis, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how many Charleses or Alexanders are popes, but I think Charles is a more Scottish name than Alexander. So that's why I went with Charles.
Dan, you went with Charles as well. Why did you go for Charles?
So, same logic with John. Obviously, I know there's like Pope John the 14th or something like that. It's something ridiculously high. I was umming over Francis while I was trying to work it out. And as Jerry has said, I don't think there's Pope Francis VIII. So that's why I went on to Charles. But I wasn't really thinking about Alexander. And obviously the fact that I only have 14 seconds left trying to work out what the right answer was, I was going, right, you may as well lock in, just in case, because, if I start to change my mind, then I'd probably be wrong. But honestly, I have absolutely no idea. I've taken an educated guess.
Fair enough. So, the situation is, if the answer is A, Alexander, then Catnip wins and is the 8th proven player. If the answer is C, Charles, then we lose Catnip to take 3rd place, and Dan and Jerry will continue on. If the answer is B, John, or D, Francis, then we'll go to sudden death and bring Applecast back into the picture. First answer to reveal as a wrong answer is B, John. Second answer to reveal as a wrong answer is C, Charles.
Wow.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh.
So the situation we are left
I
with...
changed away from Francis and I was right.
So the situation we have left is...
It's over in one of 2 directions.
So
it's either sudden death or I win?
that is the 2 scenarios we have left. If the answer is A, Alexander, Catnip has won and is proven. If the answer is D, Francis, then we go to sudden death.
And I will kick myself because I changed from that answer.
The correct answer is... A, Alexander! And Catnip wins this quarrel!
Well done, Catnip.
Game, set.
Well done.
Well done.
Yes. Alexander III of Scotland reigned from 1949... 1249 to 1286. And Alexander VIII took to his papal reign in 1689 until his death in 1691. A pretty short reign. And pretty long ago for a pontifical name, but yes, indeed, that is the end of the game.
That is the end of the game. Thank you for the 300 bits there, Kazfairs. Greatly appreciated. GG's all around. Catnip, what's your thoughts at the moment?
I'm holding back my yells and screams because earphones and still it's a stream, so I'm still able to behave. But, hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
It just once again proves what we within the pub quiz team say to each other, and we do the same mistake, and then we try not to, and sometimes fix that, sometimes not. Just like, if you're not go with your first thought, go with the very first.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
To serve the full final results, Catnip is first, Jerry is second, Dan is third, and Applecast is fourth.
I've just realised who I'm fighting.
Which means you are up against Royal, yes.
Party Troll, in a way.
It's still sort of, yeah, still sort of.
But no proper history.
No,
Right,
There's something there.
let's update the records for posterity.
I would have much rather come fourth.
Well, we'll go over the impact of this on the second round in a moment. But with that, stage 1 is complete.
It is indeed. Let me put players in the right order, please. There we go. That should be the correct order there.
Indeed.
1, 2, 3, 4. Put the place indicators on and change the text. I talked to Catnip there. Jerry, I haven't talked to you. How are you feeling after losing just at that last moment?
Exhausted.
Well, you've had a relatively sort of middly length kind of quarrel though, out of the quarrels that we've had.
But
Like-
a lot of them were on the. A lot of them were on that last chat.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely,
only had
yes.
one for like 6 questions in a row.
That is true. Yes, we were down to very little chip count very early on. So
All the banana
Yes,
bread.
Plus the nature of how quickly we all dwindled our chips down kind of added to the pressure.
It might. I say it might have been a little bit easier if I'd have not thrown away chips. Bloody accelerate me up.
right.
I mean,
I was
down to
Mhm.
sorry. I was down to A and C on that last one. Obviously, I didn't pick the correct one, so
You chose
oh well.
poorly.
Yes,
Oh well,
I did.
these things happen.
Which
Yep.
does mean that the Troll bracket, as it were, is now also complete.
Yep.
And we'll go over that in detail momentarily.
Mm-hmm.
Because we may as well. We may as well discuss it in detail now for the next bit of the stream.
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, we can talk things out now. Or do you want to just go over the 3 places though for
Let's
the
do that.
Quarrel
Let's do
F
that briefly
places
first.
though? Yeah.
So Jerry, a wonderful second place, and for your second place, you will get the right to compete against Line Piece and Rasmus / Pogo. How's that
Right.
making you feel?
Well, I'm going to be facing 2 opponents instead of 3, so
You like your odds?
slightly more. But Line Piece and Rasmus are both still great players. It's going to be tough either way.
Exactly, and indeed, it's the last chance now. Monsieur Fried Cheese / Dan, you'll be up against Ben and Yeesh.
Yeah, I'm dreading it. As I say, if I
Are you
was,
writing
if I,
your will?
pretty much, the fact that I would have much rather come fourth than
I mean,
third
you say-
or second.
I mean, here's the thing. You say that, but honestly, I think that, unfortunately, Applecast, you've got the worst end of the stick here, because you've Clive and Shadowmane.
Yeah.
And Egg, you say what you will, but those two are scary.
Yeah,
Like,
but
they've-
Shadowmane is scared of me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, on the one hand, yes, but you should be scared. I think you have more. I think people are more to be scared for him than he is of every other people.
If
But
I may say
that's
so,
me.
tonight you kept going on about how 2 people were afraid of you, and look how that ended.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's that. So, and yeah, as I said, Applecast, you are up against Shadowmane and Clive of Legend. This is scary for everyone, I think. The 8 of 1 have definitely won a bit of a nice, relaxing rest on their laurels, whilst everyone else quivers in fear.
They can relax after their quarrels.
Okay, you know what? That was good. I'll give you a point for that. And there you are, Catnip. You will face the winner of Troll B, which we will go over momentarily.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look who I'd face if I won my troll.
But again, we will go over all that in good time. But thank you very much, all 4 of you, for playing tonight. I hope you've all had a good time.
I did.
Yes, I did. Thank you. Congratulations once more, Catnip.
Thank you. Well played, all I say.
Was a good game.
My mind is all over kinds of places.
You go and relax.
I shall do that. I hope it was as entertaining for everyone else in this booth and on the other side of the screen as it was for
I was watching chat, and chats were very invested with every single play happening, so...
That's a bold strategy, Cotton.
No, that's the Ocho, not 8. That's the Ocho. But anyway, thank you very much to the competitors this evening. Thank you for the follow there, Dark Deus, as well. Greatly appreciated. And we'll go do a quick recap, I guess, of the quarrels that have been played out.
And yeah, Applecast, you're also breaking up, so I'm gonna just.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's fine. There we go. And see you, Jerry.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so...
Here we go.
Here we are. Here's the situation we're at then. So let's just quickly go back to the quarrel list, I guess, just to see how all of that happened.
So of the 8 that have qualified, we have 3 new participants, Ralph, Scooter, and... Who was the third?
Ralph?
Was it just 2? Was it just 2?
Oops, sorry.
It was Ralph,
Scooter. Those are the only... Weemers?
Yes, Weemus.
Weemus is a new entrant, technically. It doesn't feel like he is.
Doesn't feel like it at all, but yeah, is a new entrant with first position.
Exactly, and the other 5 are returning veterans, a lot of which were from the actually, all 5 of the others are from the upper bound. Actually, Pool A.
They are, yeah.
So Pool B, you've been letting the side down. Oh no, Catnip's kind of from the Pool A, Pool B boundary.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, you are from Pool B, Catnip, but you're sort of in Pool A, so it sort of counts.
Looking at the stats, I think Catnip is the only winner from
Pool B. Yes. Yeah, and even then, she's only in Pool B because there were too many people in Pool A.
Just because of the tie-break criteria we had to use to separate it all out.
Yeah, so it's an interesting situation. And already a lot of them, like all 3 of those newbies, are definitely not to be trifled with because all 3 of the groups that they won were not exactly easy. I mean, people might say Scooter Dust's group was pretty easy, but even before the point where Scooter Dust won by just putting all 4 chips down, he was playing perfectly. So he's definitely someone to be scared of. Ralph and Weemers, on the other hand, Ralph might have won on a sudden death question, which kind of says something. Not a bad thing, but it's an interesting consideration. Definitely someone who can work at speed. And as for Weemers, he dragged it out again. All three of them, despite being new entrants, very, very strong.
Weemers' quarrel was the longest in terms of number of questions, if I'm right, yeah?
Yes, in the...
like 17 questions, was it something like that?
Yeah, Miss Your Stat is here. So, yes, Weemers' quarrel was the longest in terms of questions, 17 questions. Then Grunkle with 16. And Harry with 15. Opposed to, I'm just trying to look at all my stats here. As opposed to Quarrel A, when we lost all 4 players. Question 4.
Oh my goodness!
Ralph winning that one on a sudden death tiebreaker. So I've got obviously tons of data. I'm still trying to put it all together from this duel that we've just had here. But and I hope he doesn't. I hope he takes this in the right way. But Lion Leone.
No, I'm not going to highlight it. No.
Given what he put as his tag for the Buzzards website, is officially the worst quality.
he is currently in Notary 32nd.
Yeah, 1 question. 2 chips used, got it knocked out. A question 1 knockout in 19 seconds.
He has 1 chance to get out of 30 seconds.
That's true.
I mean, where is Lion? He's in Quad D up against
D4.
Shadowmane.
Oh, right, yeah.
Ouch, is all I'm going to say on that. That is... Because let's look at the rest of the data that I've got.
So anyway, just to go back to the people who've already qualified before we discard them about everyone.
So that was a quarrel, yeah, sorry.
Number one and two, Grunkle and Samster.
Come now.
No. Both. I think people weren't expecting them to get straight through this time, but no, they both did. They both did what was expected of them, as it were, and pulled through.
I think they figured out how the quarrels would work and managed to play the way they wanted to.
Managed to adjust quite successfully. Catnip as well, although again not strictly in the same sort of band. Harry definitely using his Lord of the Extended Duel to his advantage. And yeah, we all remember the slog between Natter and Shadowmane. So there's definitely 8 people who I think have all very justly earned their place in the final tournament.
Indeed.
Oh yeah.
I think that is a completely valid set of players to be going through. So,
but 8 more still need to be selected.
Indeed. So we go to the trolls that have been generated from the results of the quarrels, and I must say that the mix of players that have come through on this it really could be anybody's. It could be anybody's game.
Yeah, let's just go through them in order. Troll A, the winner of which will face Scooter Dust in the first round of the final tournament. Ollie/Sky, 8 Minky, and Random Zombie. Of those 3, no offense, Random, you've got a tough fight ahead of you.
Do.
I would give 8 Minky the slight edge over Sky. You have 1 additional minute, 8 Minky.
Yeah, it'll be 1 accelerator, but 4 minutes to play with, rather than 1 and 3 minutes.
But 8 Minky, I do give the slight edge there. But obviously, it could be a turnaround. I do think that Ollie might put up an unexpected challenge, but I couldn't say for sure. Mm-hmm. Just after their core performance against Ralph, it was a very interesting situation because it was a very close second on all accounts.
On all accounts, yeah.
Matt, comments?
Sorry, I was just updating a stack load of data I had. So what was the question on that one? Sorry.
True A, what are your thoughts?
Right, True A, Sky, 8 Minky, and Random. Let me just get my.
You're going to take the analytical
approach. I've got. It's all the data I've got up here, which is great.
I'm now just picturing that scene from the Genius where who is it?
Got a giant.
So he's got a giant notepad. He's like, let me just database and they've written it wrong. This is useless. For those of you who have not watched,
something like that. And I've got about 5 Excel programs open at the moment. Right, this one. Looking at the data, I wouldn't be able to call this one because they've all had relatively short times in the quarrel arena. Sky has come up against 4 questions. 8 Minky and Random Zombie have come up against 3. Sky also did have to go up on a sudden death question. Did lose that.
Barely.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
Yeah, I'll have to watch the VOD of that one back. But yeah, I think that was a really close one, actually. I think pipped solely because the winner of that of their quarrel basically just got 1 chip down on the correct answer.
Well, and it was also because both Sky and Ralph did an oops.
Oops moment. Yes, exactly. So I would not even attempt to call this one. And who's the winner of this Truel up against? It's the winner.
It'll be Scooter Dust.
Scooter.
Ooh.
Which again, Scooter Dust. Even though his quarrel was short, he was fierce and he played very well. Like 1 chip on those first 3 questions, and then all on that potato incident. It's a much of a muchness.
Indeed, it is a much of a muchness.
Moving on.
Yes,
unless Ash has any additional comments.
No additional comments to make on that. You've basically summed it all up.
You're in charge. Okay, well, Troll B, Drahuska, J-Sack, and Lion. Lion is going to be out for And
you off there a bit there.
Lion will be out for blood.
Yeah, J-Sack, I mean, he was the strongest of all the quarrelists who are in Truel B. 12 correct answers compared with Drahuska's 4 and Lion we've already mentioned, so we won't rub it in. But that could have been an oops moment. So let's just wait and see.
Drahuska did decently, and coming second in that group was impressive. But again, I don't think it's right to count Lion out because I think he might have learned his lesson. He might be.
Yeah.
I think he might approach this Truel with a lot more bite, a lot more sort of seriousness, and probably also a bit more care. And because of all that, I think that it's hard to count Lion out. J-Sack, however, is definitely going to be a tough opponent to beat. And Drahuska's again a wild card, coming second in the group of death. But then again, the group of death was kind of a bit.
I'm going to say something a bit brave here. I think J-Sack has to be the favourite for Truel B.
I wouldn't say that's controversial. I'd say that makes sense. Like, from a mathematical standpoint, you're definitely right. J-Sack is a statistical favourite.
And also looking at the rest of the stats, I mean, J-Sack lasted in their seat 2 hours, 2 minutes 55 seconds. Drahuska 2 minutes 8. Lion 19 seconds. I think in Lion's defence, it's very hard to draw
any conclusions,
how good or otherwise. Yeah, to draw conclusions out on the basis of one question.
So again,
let's see what they're like when they're fighting for survival.
Ash.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree that J-Sack's probably going to win it by the numbers, but I'm kind of rooting for Drahuska, to be honest, on that one.
I can see rooting for Drahuska, honestly. It'd definitely be interesting to see them win.
So what's going to happen now is all the hosts are going to be proved wrong, and Lion's going to go and win.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So basically, what's happening here is Matt's supporting J-Sack because of the stats. Ash is supporting Drahuska, and I'm supporting Lion because I think that he could make a comeback. So we're very
instead of a lion, it's a phoenix.
Well, maybe. Truel C now. John/Dupless Force, Kirill or Atogi, and White Shadow. Just 3 competitors who really it's hard to pin down how well or how badly they could do. John, obviously the winner from Group C. Oh, and by the way, the winner of B will go up against Catnip.
Oh, okay, yes. That'll be an interesting matchup there, yes.
So yeah, that's Catnip. That's your opponents. I'll just run through the stats on these 3. So, Dupless 14 correct answers. Atogi 5. White Shadow with 3. Dupless taking nearly 4 minutes of playing time.
Dupless went against the god of the extended duel, though.
It was just ridiculous that. So that kind of proves Dupless can work in the duel environment when it gets to. If we were to get to the
ended up just running out of chips.
He held out that clock though. Kirill lost to Liam. That was actually fairly short, so I don't know if I would exactly support. I don't know if I'd exactly support Kirill. And White Shadow, obviously, one of the victims of the potato incident.
Okay, I think we're calling it, aren't we?
Of these, I think Dupless is the one that I would heavily support, although I would not put White Shadow especially out of contention. Kirill could happen, but I think Dupless is like definitely someone who I think is very likely to take that one.
It's got a more measured play, I would say, as well.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I'd be.
And he's happy with this.
I'd be inclined to say the same. Dupless by the numbers, but I think a lot closer between Dupless, Atogi, and White Shadow.
Exactly, and White Shadow fell to a particularly nasty question, so it's going to be something that we'll have to wait and see about. Winner of Truel C will face Grunkle. And after the last one, no matter which one of them wins it, good luck.
May the odds be ever in your favour.
Indeed. Yeah, sorry, Dupless.
Griggle, oh, suddenly I don't want to. Well, the thing is, if you don't win your truel, then you are out.
This
But-
is
exactly.
the last. It's the last chance saloon now for the 24 names on the screen.
But-
if you
but-
lose, you're gone.
But if you win, you get your extra life back.
Yeah,
Mhm.
in essence,
So-
yes.
So, moving on. Truel D. I've made my opinions on this very clear already. Actually, no, I haven't strictly. Shadowmane, Clive, and Applecast. Applecast, again, I think you've got the short end of the stick here, because Shadowmane and Clive, both incredibly strong. Shadowmane in particular surprised us all in his opening quarrel,
Oh
Mhm.
yeah,
dragging it to the limit against Nat/Liam.
yeah. 7 correct answers ended up losing all of their chips. Applecast in the same situation, but I think, as mentioned in the chat, just panicked. You know, misplaced a chip. It could well have been that had it been a correct answer on the question he was eliminated on, we could have been talking very different circumstances here. Clive, again, one of the ones who. No, he wasn't. Basically
Yeah,
3 correct
potato incident.
answers. Yeah, Spudgate. I'm going to put a note on that. But Shadowmane in their seat for just under 2 minutes. Applecast about a minute and a half. Clive 1 minute exactly. For me, I don't think the numbers give a clear enough indication. I think this truel will be as close as truel A for me.
For me, I think it's between. For me, it's personally it's between Shadowmane and Clive. Sorry, Applecast, but that's just how I feel.
Mhm.
Although,
Yeah, I think I don't. I don't think. Oh, good God, man!
That's why we've already decided the blooming tiebreaker order for the bottom.
Yeah.
We've already organised that bit.
We've already got that one sorted out. So, yeah, I'm expecting this draw to be close. But Applecast, I would not rule any of those 3.
I wouldn't rule Applecast
No.
out, but he's disadvantaged in my eyes.
The
Possibly,
underdog
yeah.
for that
The
draw. I think.
underdog.
Underdog of the 3, yeah.
Okay, and sorry, who
Truel D winner will face Weemers. Which, no matter who wins, that could go any which way, knowing Weemers. So,
Mhm.
Okay, so if we have a look now at Truel E, so Ben, who I think was probably the biggest victim of Spudgate.
This truel, I hate it.
The egg and yeast. What you get if you could put Spud and egg together? Probably some very nice ones.
yeah. Egg is between Ben and Yeesh, 2 very strong competitors, and I would call Dan the disadvantaged one in this trio. Of Ben and Yeesh, I can't call it, though. I'd give Yeesh the slightest. I wouldn't call Egg out. I wouldn't dismiss Egg entirely, but I do think he's the underdog of that one.
I think anything could really happen in that truel because they all have really good knowledge in various different locations of general knowledge. So it really will depend on
anything can happen in either of these. I'm just going by my gut.
Yeah.
It's hard to call from the stats here. I mean, Egg 8 questions correct. Ben 3 questions correct. Yeesh out on question 2. The numbers don't really give a clear indication.
The numbers would suggest Egg, but
the numbers would suggest Egg, but Ben went out. So on question 4, still had 4 chips available.
And it was because of the potato.
It was that question, yeah. So we are going to keep referring to it. Yeesh was out on question 3 and only used 2 of their chips. And Ben and Yeesh, they'd only played 41 seconds. So I don't think you could. Because there were earlier eliminations, I don't think you can read much into them.
True.
So I'm
Truel.
not. Yeah, Truel. So I'm not going to
Comment.
make any sort of educated guesses of any sort beforehand.
And the winner of that will play Ralph, and that's going to be a hard fight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
What's my opinion, Egg? My opinion is, well, yeah, potentially that. I feel Ben could probably have it because he has a good amount of knowledge in a lot of places. You know, just that pub ammo, as I would like to call it. Just sort of just knowledge about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel could tip it. Is the only reason Ben fell foul was because of that very foul question.
It wasn't about chickens.
Oh God!
It was still a foul question. It was just just foul potatoes. They're just growing a bit too much. So that's my opinion. But I think Egg, you still have a chance in that.
Egg's in with a chance. Yeah, I just again, he's the underdog in my eyes. But again, definitely in with a chance. Definitely could win it. I could see that happen. Unlike Troll F, where Jerry kind of has a big advantage, I think.
The stats may or may not dictate so. Jerry, 8 questions correct. Linepiece, 5 questions correct. Rasmus, 3 questions correct. Jerry and Linepiece ran out of chips. Rasmus had only used half of his of their chips.
So maybe a bit of improved strategy there could give him the win.
But you think that Rasmus only half the amount of questions played as Jerry, only half the chips used? And
Linepiece could surprise us, but just we know how strong Jerry is. It would be a bit of an upset if he were to go out at this early stage, I think.
But we've often seen experienced players, especially in the calls, we've seen make mistakes. Often through various reasons, either ran out of chips, panics by the accelerator, or just basically, I mean, this has been the frustrating thing for me to see. We've seen some questions where players just throw the chips away for no reason whatsoever, and then find out they get 5 questions in and say, if I had that extra chip, I would have gone with the correct answer. So
it's much of a muchness again. And Jerry, I can see why you'd find it tough. They are still 2 opponents that aren't exactly slouches, and you will face Samster. The one who was loathing getting in Group 2, Group B, was like crying he didn't go into Group B, and then won Group B. So, definitely someone who surged forward, surpassing his own expectation, I would dare say.
Absolutely.
Group G now. Connor, Spoon, and Dazzlerino.
The numbers for me make this very, very clear. Daz, yes. Daz, 3 questions correct. Cookie, 7 questions correct. Connor, 15 questions correct.
Those numbers paint a picture.
They do a bit, don't they?
All 3 players ran out of chips. I mean, Daz was in the seat for playing time 1 minute 16. Cookie 1 minute 6. Connor 4 minutes 16. So again, the stats for me say Connor has to be the favourite.
Connor's definitely a favourite.
However, Daz was eliminated along with everyone else in his squad, had to face a sudden death question.
So Daz could have hidden potential.
Although just thinking about that, Daz used all 4 chips on every question. That's the only way he could have got to question 4 using up all 10 chips.
So maybe he just needs to be a bit luckier, or maybe he a bit more conservative. Maybe he needs to be a bit more
considered. It needs to be more considered.
A bit more of a risk taker for his Troll.
I don't think it's necessarily a risk taker. I think it's more calculated.
I think the problem was that the questions that came up for Daz were just not in his favour. So it would have to be a case of being risk taking by conserving some chips.
But also, we rarely see early accelerators played that are effective. So it may well be, and this is a tactic we have seen, throwing all 4 chips down and then using process of elimination.
And that is a good tactic, guys. Like we'll give you that one for free.
But it also means that if all of a sudden you are hit by an accelerator, you're not going to get covered. Yeah, exactly. We've seen far too many times when people have tried to panic, put chips down in the 7 seconds, and they just missed the one, and game over.
Indeed.
You know what scares me though in Trill G? I think Steve could really do it because I remember from the quarrel that Steve had an enormous amount of time advantage because he was just going for his gut and then locking in without really much extra thought. And if his gut was, 7 out of 8 questions right, then that's a pretty good percentage to be playing with.
Ended his quarrel with 1 minute and 50.
So yeah, I wouldn't count Cookie out of this either. It's again the stats would suggest Connor, but just off what we saw.
Say it like that. Cookie's obviously very good at getting the answers down quickly. For me, Connor favourite, Cookie very close second, Daz is the underdog for that one. No offence to Daz, but that's just what it suggests to me. I think if Daz can be more efficient with the chip play, he could do it.
And the winner of that will face Harry.
Oh man,
jeez,
it's Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor versus Harry could be interesting. Steve versus Harry could be interesting. Daz versus Harry could be interesting.
Absolutely.
Definitely playing it that way. I think, I would agree. Connor, slight edge over Cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Then finally, and this is the Truel of Death for me.
You reckon it's the truel? Okay, well I'll run through the stats for this one.
Tipster, the instigator of the potato instant. Cetra and Talcott.
Was it Tipster's question? Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tipster 16 correct answers, Cetra 3 correct answers, Talcott with just the 1 correct answer. Tipster used all the chips, Cetra 9, Talcott 4.
Talcott definitely had a weak game.
Yeah, very disappointing game if I remember that correctly. In terms of the times, Tipster went into overtime effectively, 3 minutes 24 seconds of playing time. Cetra still had 1 minute and 42 on their clock. Talcott 1 minute and 39. For me, I think the fact that Tipster's managed to drag their duel out for so long. Let me just have a bit more of a look at the data on this one. Weemus and Tipster were head to head for 10 questions. 10 questions they were head to head for. Tipster, for me, the fact that he dragged that quarrel out for so long, I would have to put him as the hot favourite for that one.
Mm-hmm. But based on the data. Based on the data, yeah, Cetra... but I would. Cetra just kind of underperformed, I think. No, Talcott kind of underperformed. So I think Talcott could be that's another one who I expect to make a comeback. Yeah.
And obviously Cetra was eliminated in that quadruple knockout.
Sorry, Cetra, but I don't really particularly. I see you as the underdog of that one, and I think you see yourselves as the underdog because I've seen it, like the odd comment from. So no offense to you, Cetra, but yeah, that's just my thought on that.
Yeah, and just to reel off some sort of general stats, because I know you guys love them. So, out of the possible 320
before we do that, final comment. Okay, winner of Trill H goes against Liam. Yeah, definitely if Talcott or Tipster goes through, that is going to be interesting. But yeah, no, sorry, Cetra. But yeah, no. Bah. Now general stats.
Okay, so across the 320 chips that we could have lost across the quarrels, 247 went. And of the questions that we've had, Julius Kingdom, go away, stop flashing. So we've only had, we've had 79 questions.
So an average of 10 questions per match, which sounds about right.
That sounds about right, yeah.
78 questions plus, 78 questions plus 1 sudden death question.
Mm-hmm.
And how many accelerators? Because that's always worth a look. 21 accelerators used. So
Out of the 32 that could have been.
so 11 of you either chose not to or didn't get the opportunity to hit that big red button. Yes, Egg, 347,000 dudes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't think we can do that. Okay, so there we are. That is, as you say, stage 1 completed, and we are looking at some really good tools and some possibly some really good potential matchup for the final 16, the proven 16.
Indeed.
And as I will say from now on, just to make sure it does sink in, for each match, one of you will prove yourselves, and I will wish you all luck. But to 2 of you from each game, I will bid you farewell, or we will bid you farewell.
Yes, in the Trulls, we will be losing 16 players in the phase of the Trulls. It's just
it's a massacre time.
It is massacre time, unfortunately, but we have to do it this way to be able to get the numbers down suitably enough and not have this drag out. So yeah. Oh, and yeah, you're looking at possible quarterfinal matchups there. Yes. Yeah. So if Tipster can get through, then it could be a potential Harry versus Tipster in the quarterfinal stage.
That's possible, yeah.
I'm assuming Tipster is in. It'll be the Troll H winner.
So it has to beat Liam and all, as well as Harry beating Troll G winner to be able to get that matchup to happen.
But it's interesting now looking at the possible routes for, obviously at the moment, our proven 8.
8.
8, yeah, 8. Their route to the final. Yeah, some good matches to come up and to look for.
Grunkle Weemers down here at the bottom though.
Oh no!
Indeed, this is going to be good. This is going to be really good. Just actually a quick question for those in chat. What have you thought of sort of the quarrel process that we've gone through?
I think people have taken to it.
Have you enjoyed it? Have you hated it? Obviously, yeah. Let us know either in here or on Duelist Kingdom. No, the Gravity Dudes cannot sub in for the matches.
Yes. I mean, I got through, so I like it.
Drunk
That's been a lot.
That sounds weird.
Yep.
Weemers, yes.
You prefer regular duels, but this format is all right. Okay, thanks, Jerry. Always good to know.
But anyway, sorry for dominating the conversation, if I have been.
That's why I keep jumping in.
I don't want to say too much.
But yeah, we need a bit of filling because I don't think did we really expect. I mean, how long did the Quarrel G actually take to complete? Quarrel F, sorry. About 3 minutes. So Catnip.
3 minutes of play.
Catnip had been playing for 2 minutes 56.9 seconds because they were down to about 3 seconds on her clock before locking in for the final time.
Indeed. Well, that's that.
That is pretty much it. That is going to be the end of the quarrel phase of Duel Season 3.
Safety zone.
The safety zone, as it were, where everyone still gets at least a second chance. And we go into the Trulls stage where we do have to be far more brutal. And as we say, we need to thin the herd out. And half of the initial player base will be out by the end of the Trulls.
And I guess also
it's going to be a tense time.
I guess also thinking about it, the chip count and the time count won't count as much because we've used chip count and time count for deciding factors. That's not going to matter anymore if you lose.
We're only looking for the winner. We're not looking for second and third place.
We'll be looking at time counts and stuff like that just
for analytical purposes.
A ranking order just for the fun, just for the sake of analytics. But technically, as far as the tournament cares, you're all joint seven. We will try and split the crowd a little bit, just so you can compare yourselves a bit more, just for a bit of fun. But that's that.
I think that's it. I think that's going to be the end of it
that's all
for
we
this
have to
evening.
say.
Yeah.
That's all, folks.
So, in the meantime, there will be some million doot droppage tomorrow on the regular scheduled stream on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Hopefully everything will be okay. And then Friday, no stream. I'm gigging away on Friday, so won't be anything on that. And there should be, I think there's still one more episode of Family Fortunes over on Ben's stream on Saturday.
I think it's the final episode this weekend. Can anyone else get the extra 5,000 points?
Repeat the extra of Ash and Clive.
Second time, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Retired for the second time now. Ash.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm properly retiring. Also, hey, hello there, DKS. Unfortunately, this is the end of the stream, but this sort of the problem with you being in Aussie time and not me being in UK time is is a bit difficult.
This is you get to hear us sign.
Bye for work. But good to see you to drop in though, DKS. So that is going to be it. We will catch you tomorrow for some more million doot drop. In the meantime, I have been Ash the Bash.
And we're going to fight over the order. I've been Scorecam.
I've been Matt the Ref.
And we'll see you for some more Duel soon, maybe in a week or so's time, depending on how things get scheduled. Soon TM, check the Discord and all that, and we'll see you soon. Catch you later.